Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Me again, Rashidi. I would like to ask you, one of my friends in Facebook post that he said that celebrating Mawlid is a bid'ah. Can you elaborate me so I can share with my friends? Thank you.
You're welcome. First of all, Brother Rashidi, is very painful for the Ummah during this celebrating time that you have some people, they will come and brainwash the innocent loving youth of the religion of Islam with all these abnormal opinion. Let me explain to you. The Christian, they have like Christmas days, regardless what it is, they celebrate that they go for marketplace, malls, having all kind of good time. You have our neighbors, Chinese, you have New Year, Chinese New Year, you have all kind of fun. You go to even McDonald's or any mall or strip plaza, they are celebrating. A human made of celebration. The Prophet ﷺ, he celebrated and even danced, and the Sahaba did. So if somebody come and tell you is a bid'ah, first of all, I hope he's not your friend. Because Imam Ghazali said friends are three. One is like medicine. When you have problem, you go to him, he almost cure you. And one like poison, kind of like troublemaker. You go to him, he take you in the negative path, unhappy path. But since you said your friend, I will, on face value, I believe he may be tricked. So I'm going to, you're like encouraging me on this night, tomorrow is the big day of celebration, to talk about the dalil that this is mustahab. What is mustahab? And what is bid'ah? We are going to elaborate. As you know, I like to describe things at length and at depth. I fine grain it and analyze it and use also the common sense and same time the Sharia. So if we are talking about, there is something called the 5 ahkam, the 5 ways of ruling. They say anybody before he does anything, he should find out the rules of Allah, kind of like instruction of Allah and His Prophet in it. Is this haram, like wine and eating pork, consuming? Is it obligation, like prayer and going to Hajj? Is it dislikable, like you do like this and crack your fingers in the masjid? It's kind of dislikable. It is advisable, likable, something is likable to do, like the Mawlid, or it is natural, it is even-handed, you can do it or you don't know, do it is okay. Even the mustahab, if you don't do it is okay, but you will lose some of the reward, since if it is muhab, it's better to have it in your credit. Now if you go back to people who say it is bid'ah, their problem is misunderstanding of what is bid'ah. First of all, if you ask the guy who will tell you is bid'ah, what is your qualification? He will show you no qualification. For example, he's not the mufti, he's not the imam of a mosque, he's not anything more than maybe a layman or specialized in some kind of dunya, and he maybe read an article or two. So he come and say bid'ah, and every bid'ah is error, and every error in fire, it means it's honor and fire. First of Islam, people don't get in a fire, okay? They get into fire if they do one bid'ah in practice. If they do bid'ah in aqidah, for example, when Ibn Taymiyyah says that Adam was created in his image, means Adam looks like Allah and Allah looks like Adam. This is bid'ah in aqidah, because he's describing that Allah is a male. Come on, give me a break. This is ideal attributes. So this is a bid'ah of aqidah. If a person, believe it, he go to hell. Because Allah is not male, is not female. So the definition of bid'ah in aqidah is huge. Or a bid'ah which you will mess up an obligation, like during prayer you do tap dance or you play music during the 5 daily prayers on Hajj or doing tawaf or things of that nature. But if a person, suppose Mawlid is bid'ah, and if somebody does it, it's not going to put you in hell. Of course we have bid'ah which is good, fine, bid'ah hasana, and that which is bad. I'm going to elaborate on this very well so you understand. So first of all, the person telling you that he has no qualification whatsoever. If you tell him the whole nation, Malaysian and Indonesian nation, they celebrate the Mawlid, many Habibs, many scholars, many, he doesn't care. So he's like self-opinionated, ignorant that he's ignorant. They call this complex ignorant. So what you do, you educate him, but you should not put him as to be your leader. So you warn him, brother, this is not your turf, you are in the wrong area here, you don't know what you're talking about. As a matter of fact, yesterday I went to a guy in a Facebook, and he said, where blah blah blah, and he quoted some Wahhabi scholars. So he said, no dalil. I told him I have 37 dalil. And what is your qualification? You know what he did? He deleted everything and banned me from his Facebook. So I mean, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I have my picture as you see it in my name, and he didn't stand it at all. So is this the freedom of speech? Is this the democracy? Is this a nice neighboring debate to find the truth? So anyhow, so I realized that he is just showing off, and he's trying. Maybe he's paid by a third party. God knows what's going on. So I'm going to continue, maybe 10 minutes at a time, explaining to you this at depth, inshallah. So I just give you now intro, and we're going to go deep, fine grain, till you understand it, and also we'll review the 37 dalil by big scholar, big names, like the brand names in Islam, Hafiz ibn Hajar, Hafiz Suyuti, big guys, not like small-time guy who don't know who is he. So please sit comfortably and relax, and be sure to see all the series. It will take a while, about 8 to 10 minutes each, inshallah. We'll put in YouTube in our links in www.muhammad